Learning to see proximity. To start off with, we're going to choose a format. This time we'll start with a 6x6 format. Choosing format always helps us to judge the relationship of the space of our shapes, the shapes that are being made between our subject matter and the format. So we'll start with a circle. This circle, as far as proximity, when we compare things, it's the same top, bottom, and sides. So if we move it, it is closer in proximity to the top and closer to the left than it is to the right. So let's look at this again in with multiple shapes. So we have these shapes, and they visually form a square because they're close to one another, but now they form a square more because they're closer to one another. These shapes right here, the closeness of proximity to the edge makes them connect to the edge, and also it gives us space around the composition. In this here, we have several different groups. We have a group of 4, and we have a group of 2 that are vertical on the top right, and a group of 2 on the lower left that are grouped, and then a single one that's grouped. And that those shapes are the same. The only thing that's different is the relationship between the shapes. So here are a couple of questions that you can ask yourself about proximity. Are the space relationships the same or different? Generally, you want different. Are some shapes close enough together to make a shape? All right, let's look at this in an example from a painting. This is a painting from George Seurat, and let's identify some shapes that are grouped together here. The first one is, notice that these the players, musicians behind, they are all similarly spaced, but they're grouped together in a shape. There's also the group of viewers, or the crowd, on the front, and there's the group on the right. Right, here's a piece where it's pretty obvious to see the shape connections. We have the sun shapes that are in the color. So let me isolate those. We've got those there. But because they're close together, it creates a line. All right, so once again, proximity. Ask the question, are the space relationships the same or different? And are some shapes close enough together to make new shapes?